Here we go.
If you could change one thing from your career, what would it be?
One thing from my career. Well, there's so many things I'd change because I never did anything well enough. One thing I'd change. I would have. Do you know what I would have done? I would have actually taken a break at some point in the last 8 years of my life, just taken a bit of time out to gain a bit of perspective and have a bit of just time out, because I think I just tried to do too much all the time. And I think if I'd had a break and then just a couple of months off, I think I would have found it a lot easier. But it was, I just went from one thing to the next without ever stopping or slowing down. And that's one thing, because I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I'd just had a little bit of a break. What about you?
What would I change? Not a lot. I don't have many regrets. When I was 18 to 23, I wasn't the best professional. And I look back now and think if I'd have been a bit more professional at that time, I might have gone on a little bit longer. And my knee was a problem.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think those 5 years at the start, if I'd have been a bit more on it, I might have lasted a bit longer.
Yeah.
But I don't regret
More
it.
physio, you mean?
Yeah,
like
just more.
I
think physicality.
Yeah.
I started to get really hard on the physical side and professional side when I was about 23, 24.
Yeah.
But if you embedded yourself with 5 years of not so good stuff,
yeah,
you're always catching up, and I was always catching up a little bit.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, though, isn't
Yes.
it? Is it me or is it you?
Issue, you get yourself in the car.
Have a look. Who is your sport hero and why?
Chris Waddle.
Yeah.
Chris Waddle, the jazzy number 8 for Sheffield Wednesday. He used to dummy the whole stand. Not only the left or right back, he used to send us all the wrong way. And he had
brilliant.
a proper mullet.
He had great hair.
Mullet hair.
Really great hair.
He could still play. I played with him when I
Really?
finished. Yeah, he lived in my village, and he was reserve team coach at Sheffield Wednesday. I used to train there for a while in the winter, and he just said, "I'll come and play for us on a Sunday." So I played with Chris Waddle on a Sunday morning in the local pub team.
Brilliant.
And he still plays now.
Really?
On Sunday morning.
That's good. That's good to know.
What about your hero?
I'd say Chris Waddle is my hero, you see. I can't stay away from cycling. Just because he managed to achieve more than anyone has ever achieved in the sport. And training with him, being around someone like that and training with someone like that, I think helped me to aspire to what I achieved, just because he sort of sets the standard.
He's got the biggest thighs in the world.
He has massive, massive thighs, but his dedication to training and the way he can hurt himself in a training session is, you can't question it, it's unbelievable. Like being able to turn yourself inside out, day after day, like never leave anything behind, it's just, yeah, incredible. I've seen Chris like lying down in a fetal position, just kind of like waiting to come round before, because he's hurt himself so badly. Like so much lactic acid, he can't move.
Do you ever like, actually, because of you, everyone now puts Lycra on?
I don't think it's
UK
my fault.
buys Lycra.
I know, there's a lot of Lycra out there.
You
no,
should be on percentage of Lycra.
Yeah.
You should,
yeah.
all of you.
I know.
You, Wigo, Cavendish, a lot of you.
Yeah.
Like 1% each.
Some people may appreciate that, others may not. Depends what you look like in Lycra, really, doesn't it?
Let's not go there.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Right. Hand in the pot.
Ooh.
So who was the earliest person that really made a lasting impact on your career?
My dad, for sure. I watched my dad race. My earliest memories are going to racings and watching my dad race, either on the road, on the track, hill climbs, and I remember him being very good, and I remember the reaction to him turning up to events, and people just going, Max is here, accepting second place, and I was just like, wow, I'd love to have that kind of, you turn up and people go, oh man, we haven't got a chance today, like, like almost fear of something competitive. Yeah, yeah.
Gosh.
Small but really, like a really aggressive rider. So that I kind of grew up being around someone who was successful, only at like a national level, very successful and feared almost.
Wow.
Yeah, and I liked that. I was like, I want to be like that. What about you?
Mum.
Your mum?
Mum drove me everywhere.
Oh.
She had a Morris Minor to start with in the 80s.
Lovely.
Conked out, we got to Henley once. Pulled in at the indoor school at Henley, dropped off, and the car was like just in a puff of smoke. That was my first appearance at Yorkshire. And then she used to always take me home and let me have a tray of chips.
Nice.
But she travelled everywhere.
Oh.
Mother Vaughan was my kind
Oh. Oh. Who do you think should play me in a film of my life?
I think Anna Friel would be brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd choose Vernon Cave, hands down for you. Anyway, yeah, next question.
Right, let's go again.
Ooh.
What talent do you have that most people might not know?
I tell everyone everything. This is the problem most people know. I'm quite artistic. I like to do a bit of painting. I do. I've got a few pieces of artwork in my house that I've done.
Modern?
Actually, the last piece of artwork I did, it's going to sound really random, I did it in a theme of like Aboriginal art.
Really?
Yeah, I saw some pictures, I was like, that's brilliant, I want to try that. So I did, and it looks really good.
You should really post a picture of that.
No. Who from the sport world would you like to see on Strictly next?
Well, now we can actually just sit back and, on a Saturday evening with a glass of
that's
red
like...
and just laugh and know exactly what they've gone through for the whole of Saturday. And it's not just about the 6:30 start.
No.
9 o'clock in the morning start. I'd love to see Jeffrey Boycott, my colleague in cricket, the old
Really?
because he can't take criticism. He thinks he's the best at everything. He thinks everything he says is
He'd have a word
perfect.
to Craig. He'd have a word with Craig.
And he would be taking himself into an environment which he wouldn't be able to answer to. And for that reason, I'd just love to see him waltzing around the dance floor. That's the end of the pot.